This is the plaintiff, Beryl Jackson. She says she's been a real estate broker for the past 18 years, and she brought some clients to see the defendant's apartment, and they liked it. The place was supposed to be ready by December 25th, and because the defendant kept pushing the move-in date further and further back, they changed their minds about living there. Her client sued her and won, and she's now suing the defendant for the $2,500 she had to shell out. This is the defendant, Vincenza Gambino. She says the move-in date was for December 31st. She rushed her butt off to have the place ready for them, which it was, and on the very morning they were supposed to move in, she gets a call from the plaintiff claiming they changed their minds. Changed their minds on the move-in day? And she wants to be reimbursed her fee? Ha, ha, ha. Good one. She's accused of not being ready on time.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says she got sued by the client she brought to see the defendant's apartment. She said she has to pay. Now she wants the landlord to ante up. But the defendant says the plaintiff's client changed their mind. So tough. It's the case of you don't move me.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Beryl Jackson, you are suing Vincenza Gambino?
Yes, correct.
For $2,500, $1,500 of it money that your clients gave to her for an apartment, and the rest of it lawyers' fees and costs. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, on December 3rd, 2011, I took my client, Mr. Kalinsky, to see an apartment in Upper Glendale, and he liked the apartment. He gave me $1,500 in cash, which I have a receipt for over here, to Mrs. Vincenzo Gambino.
Do you have a broker's agreement with your clients?
I do have an agreement. I have to look for the paper, but I do have it with me because I was in small claims court already.
Okay, first let me see the agreement that you have with your clients. Where's the first page of this contract?
That's the paperwork to show that the
one that says this is not a contract over and over again? Like it feels like there's something missing. Like this is a disclosure.
The disclosure that the client gives me the right to show.
Yeah, I know what a disclosure is. This is the disclosure. Where's the first? Then the contract starts in the middle of a word. That's why this is separate from this, right?
Yes, it is.
Right. That means that you're missing one page of the contract. Okay. All right. So they find this apartment and they like it, and that happens on December 2nd?
3rd.
Okay.
And
they give you $1,500 to give the landlord, and you give the landlord the money when?
On around the same time.
Okay. And then do they pay you your fee?
No, they didn't pay the fee because they didn't take possession.
Okay. What day were they supposed to take possession?
They were supposed to take possession around December 25th or 26th.
Around? Why would they take possession on Christmas Day?
26th, after Christmas, the day after Christmas. But the apartment wasn't ready, but subsequently...
But why would an apartment be ready on Christmas Day or the day after Christmas as opposed to the first of the month?
We always give them a couple of days in before to move in.
Well, you can't always. You're not the landlord. It depends on what the landlord said. I've been doing this a long time. It's very rare. Like sometimes if it's unoccupied, they'll say, here's a key, you can get your stuff in. But it's not, the term doesn't usually begin on the 25th or the 26th. You dispute this, right? According to you, it was supposed to be ready when?
December 31st.
December 31st or the 1st? Which one?
The first, between those 2 days.
Okay. Now, was that a weekend, December 31st, and the 1st was a weekend?
Yes, it was, Saturday.
All right. Now, was there anybody living there?
No.
All right.
It was vacant.
And
it was not vacant,
just a moment, ma'am.
Joanna.
Does either side have anything in writing in terms of emails or texts?
Nothing.
I know there was no contract yet. We didn't get there, which is a little surprising considering it was the 31st when you claim you were told that they were not taking the apartment. So by then one would think there would be something in writing. Why wasn't there? Why are you going like that? It's your apartment. What do you mean like it's somebody else's responsibility?
It was nothing.
Why not? Where was the lease that was supposed to be signed?
There was no lease.
Oh, you were never going to have a lease signed?
No, I was going to have a lease.
When were you planning on doing it? After they moved in?
No, as soon as they moved in, I already had the lease. But they never took it.
So the lease isn't signed, which of course would say what the startup date was, right? So we wouldn't have this issue. All right. Now, according to you, it's supposed to be ready the 25th or the 26th. The only paperwork that you have, there's not one single email or text in this case.
Okay, Your Honor, I just would like to say something.
Is there an email or text in this case?
Nothing.
No, Your
nothing.
Honor.
Okay. Now we have this receipt, which is the only writing there is, and all it says is $1,500 $500. That's it. Doesn't say what it's for. Doesn't say anything. There's a line to write what it's for. Who wrote this receipt? You did?
No. Nope. Can I see that, Judge?
You, Gambino, V. Gambino.
Huh?
I never wrote that.
Was there somebody else you were dealing with?
That's not my handwriting.
I'm just trying to explain, Your Honor, Mrs. Gambino does not speak English. She's not here today. It was very difficult
that your
to
mother?
communicate
Yes,
with
it was.
them.
Is that your mother's signature?
No, it's not.
Who gave it? Well, somebody gave a receipt for the $1,500.
That's not. I never saw. That's not a receipt.
I mean, somebody gave you $1,500, right?
Yes, she did give me $1,500, but she never gave us saying
Who's
something.
the person who doesn't speak English? Your
My
mom?
mom, yes.
Okay. And who owns the place?
My mom.
Do you have authority to be here to represent her
Yes.
today? Okay. All right. According to you, what happens?
Does it make sense a landlord would time it so he would have the apartment available on Christmas Day?
No, it doesn't make any sense. It seems like there must be something a little fishy about that.
Why is Christmas Day so weird? Why is it so weird? Anybody?
That's mostly people spend a time with their families at home, with their family.
I mean, I think that kind of says it all, doesn't it? That it would seem weird that the landlord probably would want to be there, and that's the one day he wouldn't want to be there, going inside the courtroom.
Mr. Kalinsky came on December 26th, and he said he no longer wanted the apartment.
That's the first you learned there's a problem?
That's the first I heard there was a problem.
And did he say why?
He said that it's taking too long and the people are still living in the apartment because
I thought you said it was vacant.
They were living upstairs. They were trying to move stuff downstairs, but they were still living upstairs. They had not moved everything
were you
downstairs.
guys renting out your own apartment that you were living in that you needed to move down for?
Yes.
Well, then why did you say there was nobody living in the place?
There
they
was
were gonna
nobody
rent?
living. We already back in the apartment.
Okay.
There was nobody living
When
there.
had you vacated that apartment?
The 5 days before that?
So, and then he's saying on the did he ever come up to you, the renters, the potential
Yes,
renters?
they came up,
When
yes.
did they come to you?
But the 11th of December,
And what'd
they
they
came
say?
to see the apartment. That's
Okay.
when they say they liked it and they wanted it.
And then did they
So on
ever
the
tell you
31st,
again?
they say, she said, make sure you have the keys ready for the 31st because they want to move in. And I said to myself, who moves in New Year's Eve? I was like, okay. So we had everything ready, everything done. That's when she called that Saturday. And she said they don't want the apartment no more.
Okay. Did you speak to the renters at any point in time
No,
between
I
the
didn't. We
11th
spoke
and
to-
then?
to Ms.
Never.
Jackson, no.
And so you never got a phone call saying, wait, it wasn't ready the 25th?
Never.
Do you have any proof of a phone call or any communication with them
Yes.
shocked and appalled that it wasn't ready the 25th?
Yes, the girl in my office speaks Italian, and she spoke to Vincenza. She
Is she
called
here?
her on the phone. No, she's not here right now.
Do you have an affidavit from her?
I didn't take an affidavit. The only reason why I'm suing them for the money is because the guy sued me for the money, and he got a judgment against me for $1,520.
As the broker? He sued you?
Yes, because the judge, the first time we went to court, the judge told him to sue the owner.
Right.
But he's a Polish guy, and he did not speak English very well. And he said, no, I give her the money. He gave me the money.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You're the broker. You're a disclosed agent.
Here's the judgment.
That shouldn't
for
have happened.
$1,520
Yeah, let me see that.
against me.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened.
Well, it did happen.
I know. I'm saying, though, it kind of shouldn't have happened. This isn't a judgment. This is a blank form. Oh, this is satisfaction of judgment. Where's the judgment?
Okay, that's the paper that I sent in the
I know,
certified
that's not the
check.
judge's order. Can I see the judge's order so I can see exactly what happened and why? And while she's looking for that, according to you guys, the first you hear there's a problem is the 31st. They say they don't want it anymore.
Correct.
And do they say, do you say why? What happened? You know?
They just changed their mind, she said.
Judge, I understand why.
Who are you again?
My sister Angela.
I just wanted to say something. If she said that the tenants are supposed to move in and they told her the 21st that they would not decide no more to have the apartment.
No. She says the tenant was supposed to move in and they told her when? The 26th? When did you say?
The 26th.
26th. Go ahead.
Why did she call the 31st? Let us know the apartment was
Yeah, why
not.
didn't you call the 26th?
You
I
waited the
did.
last day.
Okay,
I
now
did call
show
them.
us proof you called the 26th.
Okay, miss, I don't speak Italian.
Don't call me miss,
then.
it's judge.
Oh, Your Honor.
And then I
Okay, I'm
understand that
sorry.
you don't speak, but you understand that I have to
Okay.
rule based on evidence
I
and not
understand.
on stuff. There'd be a phone record if you
Okay.
called, so let me see the phone record.
I'm saying I didn't do the talking in this.
I heard
because
that.
the
Now
mothers
show me the phone record, which you don't have to do the talking
Italian.
for.
The
You have
only
phone
reason
record?
why I'm
You
suing
don't have a
them
phone
today
record.
is
so
because
according to you, that she doesn't call till the 31st.
Yeah, why you
Okay.
wait another week to call us? Why you could have told us the same day
Yeah.
that she was not interested in the more apartment? We could have had other people show the apartment. we would have given to her the 1,500. Why you let us wait almost a month to
She never
have the
called us
money?
back and say, I'm taking
Your
you
Honor,
to
that's
court.
not
Did the place
correct.
end up being vacated?
Yes.
I mean, vacant for the month of January?
Yes, January,
Yes.
February, March, April. I rented in April because I couldn't get nobody to move in the winter. Who's going to move in the winter? So I should sue her for those 4 months that I lost.
Okay, Your Honor, I understand everything. All I'm saying is
Can I
that
see the judge's order?
I don't have that one because I've been to court many
listen,
times.
if you can't help yourself, I can't help you.
That shows a judgment against me
No,
for
it shows.
1520.
I need to understand why there was a judgment against you. Did you ignore a court order and not
No,
go to court?
I went to court
Was
4
there an actual
times.
hearing?
There was a hearing.
Then why don't you have the judge's order so I can see why that judge ruled against you?
The judge ruled against me because they felt he was
Do you
entitled to
hear
his
my
1,500.
question? I didn't ask you, tell me what the judge ruled and what he said. I'll just trust you on that. I asked, why don't you have the judge's
Okay.
order of all things? Why wouldn't you have that?
Okay, Your Honor, I thought that would be sufficient. The client did not take possession. He did not sign a
So what?
lease.
So your client breached. Tell me how this is anything but your client breaching. I've got people saying, which sounds legitimate, that, they're supposed to take possession on the 1st. They're supposed to take possession at the end of the month, not in the middle of the month on Christmas Day, okay? And I've got you with zero proof that it's the way you say. So just on those odds, the odds are, if your client doesn't bother to say anything, you claim, oh, my client was so tired of the delays. You can't even prove a delay. You can't prove by one phone message, one email, one certified letter that there was even a delay that would allow your client to change their mind. So all I got is you're a broker who says to them, oh, and by the way, this little thing about this judgment that you're showing me, I see that you moved to set it aside and you have a hearing in a couple weeks, right?
Oh, because he's not happy with that.
So all I've got is the landlord saying they're supposed to move the 1st. They came on the 1st or 31st, which is a weekend that year. They come on the 30th. She calls us on the 31st. She never called us before that. And you've got zero proof that the facts are the way you say. So it's very unfortunate because what should have happened at that hearing that you had is that you should have won because you're the broker. And the judge should have stuck by what the judge originally said, which is that they need to duke it out amongst themselves.
Okay.
And the broker shouldn't be involved. But I'm very sorry. I wasn't the judge on your case.
I
and because no, stop talking and listen. Right. So I'm going to do the right thing in the one case I have in front of me. It doesn't really matter to me what another judge did in another case. I hope you end up winning that appeal because I think it's completely without basis that a broker gets sued for something that should be between the tenant and the landlord. But as far as I'm concerned, if I have this case, which I do, and I'm about to rule, or if I have the other case with those tenants and this landlord, I'm going to turn around and ask the same question on each case. I'm going to say, where's the proof that the landlord's breached, that there was a delay, that they were supposed to move it on the 25th of December, which sounds incomprehensible to me. But it's kind of ridiculous without a stitch of proof. Zero. So I am very sorry, Ms. Jackson, that you had the unfortunate instance of a judge ruling against you, but good luck on your appeal. But on this case, I'm not going to rule wrong because another judge ruled wrong. I'm ruling in your favor. Verdict for the defense.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, both sides, hold on right there. And so the plaintiff comes out here on the losing end of Judge Millon's decision here. Step next to me here, right here, and tell me what's going through your mind here now. Losing again in court.
That's the judge's choice, and if that's what she decides to rule, that's fine.
That's right.
No problem.
That's it?
I have nothing else to say.
Well, what are you going to do with the appeal? You're going to press that thing,
I'm going
right?
to press the appeal.
Okay.
It's not right that the broker got charged for something that they weren't responsible for.
Good luck on that, all right?
Thank
Good
you.
luck. All right, head right down this way, okay? Right down there. All right, so come on in here, and what's your feeling on the outcome here, having to go through this with her? You're welcome. Harvey?
Thank you.
Okay, Kurt, whenever time is really important in a contract, whenever it's really, truly important, hey, I'm working here. Right time is of the essence in the contract. Those are magic words. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.